Order for Ghana Communion Bekai, the suspended Chief Justice, get to Torkornoo, and Chibia no the case, so called High Court say, hold the processes, no, just 5 judges no more the case, no, hold the process now. Did na asem no order for, see ameno Kasano, another fresh update as a bar. Meeting in our bell, Ghanatube for Dimechi, na yonkoti suspended Chief Justice no. The fresh update I beto this year Ghanatube this year.
With respect to the CJ matter, the judicial review application, you know that she's seeking to halt the impeachment proceedings that is taking place at the 5-member committee. We know that the Office of Attorney General have filed an application asking the court to strike out that judicial review application, saying that it sins against the rules of court, particularly because the matter is pending in different forms at the Supreme Court. The update on that case is that the arguments took place. The court has also adjourned to later on in this month to deliver its ruling on that particular request. And the request that the court will be ruling on is whether or not the case that has been filed by the Chief Justice should be dismissed or not. And so that is it by way of update with respect to the other matters, Marina.
Thank you very much, Joseph. That's my colleague Joseph Akablé at the Law Court Complex for us, where we're following not just the OSP's trial or the Republic versus Mustafa Hamid and some 9 others, but there are also quite a number of other cases of interest which he's been providing details of to us. Let's bring you some other matters right now, because Ghana
Order for Chese and some no and a cosno Chese. Yes, see, court no a Jenny case no. Chese one say suspended Chief Justice no. And Kameno Mimi say adding tear. Sa processing we no aye in the onam ha or china onam ha ade chia onam ha say sa processes we nyina one kasa what na now dream no kasa okay this year na tin ton time be juma to fomu a enye no ano no ana inti sanya manyama we oye nyina nso no o say sika o odofo wadwe nche ne sen ekwan ya suspended Chief Justice no nam so no ne kwan so ano no ana say e woni me nyina ya adwen say enka by this time the tin ton time on for na juma nya de ento odofo ensamne de edos mo ambeka eye Mustafa Hamid nso na chese nche bia na nensem so be deja e wo court nensem nyina be deja chese ye twene sene abasa pan den yes extortion kase over 280 million extortion money laundry e dia born den a chese ne ho a che den pan court Chese obiaka na asema misubiji ni nyina brew odofo muma yenko na yenko tua eye Mustafa Hamid the updates and see anso no abetodwa e Ghanatube nyamra gisia.
Mustafa Hamid and some 9 others are standing trial. We know that the former CEO of the National Petroleum Authority, Mustafa Abdul Hamid, he has pleaded not guilty to multiple charges of extortion and money laundering leveled against him by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The Special Prosecutor, Kissie Jabi, today told an Accra High Court the accused person obtained sums in excess of 280 million cedis through a scheme targeting oil marketing companies and bulk oil transporters. Joseph Akablé, it's my colleague, is in the court for us this afternoon, the Law Court Complex to be specific. But just before we touch base with Joseph, we just want to run you through again what the details are in relation to this particular matter, as we had the Office of the Special Prosecutor reveal details of for us a short while ago. And so that's the first of the many of the 10 accused persons. The former CEO of the National Petroleum Authority, Mustafa Hamid, there are 3 counts he's expected to be answering to. The first is conspiracy to commit extortion. The second, extortion by a public officer, and then using public office for profit. Also, we know of Jacob Kwamina Emua is a coordinator of the UPPF fund, is the MD of PropNest, Care Logistics, Kins Energy. The number of counts or the total charges slapped on him, 18, but let's try and walk you through what some of these are. Conspiracy to commit extortion, using office for profit, money laundering, and then conspiracy to launder money. Then there is Wendy Newman, who's a staff of the Audit Department of the National Petroleum Authority as well. She seen 10 charges in total slapped against her, but they include conspiracy to commit extortion. There's extortion proper, using office for profit, conspiracy as well to launder money, and then there is Albert Ankran, 2 charges against him. He's a director of Propness Limited. Counts include conspiracy to launder money via Propness. A lot more individuals. Isaac Mensah, he's also a director at Propness and Kings Energy. 3 charges slapped against him. The counts 8 and 10 are conspiracy to launder money via Propness, and then counts 24 is via Kings Energy, and that's conspiracy to launder money in that respect. Then there's Bright Bediako Mensah as well. He's a CEO of Propness, Kel Logistics, and Kings Energy. The companies affiliated to him in all of these schemes that the OSP has carefully put before the court. 6 total charges slapped against him, and they include conspiracy to launder money via Propness, Kel Logistics, and then Kings Energy as well. There's Kwekwa Boaji Akwa, 5 charges, conspiracy to launder money, all of that making the 5. Then the entities, Propness Limited, 2 charges, conspiracy to launder money. Then there's Kel Logistics as well, 4 charges against them, and then that they are Kings Energy, the last of the entities, the corporate entity, 1 charge, conspiracy to launder money. Let's take you to the law court complex right now. Joseph Akable is stationed there for us. He's joined us. Joseph, we understand lawyers for the accused persons commented on the charges leveled against their clients when they had the opportunity to address the court. What did they say exactly?
Yes, Marina, specifically, you commented on the facts that have been put out by the
Office of Special Prosecutor. The OSP himself, the Special Prosecutor Kisei Jabin, was present in court, and the point that lawyers, particularly for the former NPAC, were made to the effect that there were comments which they believe the OSP had made while presenting the facts to the court, and so he had made a statement that the evidence will establish beyond reasonable doubt, and they said that there's nowhere in the facts that have been put before the court that expression is used, and so they don't know why he is embellishing it. That is the word that Paul Abarega, lawyer for the former NPAC, made reference to. He said that he's embellishing the facts that has been put before the court, and that as far as they are concerned, the accused persons have not committed a set of offenses that have been filed against them by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The court then allowed Kisei Jabin, the Special Prosecutor, to respond to that concern, and Kisei Jabin made a point that, well, he's simply stating what they will be proving at trial, because he says that all what they have put before the court today are matters that they would have to lead evidence to establish, and so if he says the evidence will establish, he's simply telling the court what he intends to do by way of the evidence that will put before the court. And so that was it by way of the comments that they made on the accusations and the facts that have been put before this court, Marina.
We know that lawyers for Mustafa Hamid and the 9 others pushed for bail. It was subsequently granted. What are the terms, and do we know if the special prosecutor resisted these attempts for bail?
In fact, even before the application for bail will be made, the court inquired from the special prosecutor whether they were opposed to bail, just to inform the thinking of the court and how it handles the arguments that will be advanced. Then Mr. Kisei Jabin informed the court that, well, his outfit is not opposed to bail at all. He indicated that the first and second accused person, that is includes the former NPAC, had always been on OSP inquiry bail from the onset of the investigation. But he said that the former NPAC is a flight risk, and so he expected that the court should fix terms that are commiserate with the offense involved, and also the possibility that by being a flight risk, there ought to be conditions that ensures that he stays within the jurisdiction. Again, lawyers for the former NPACU were not happy with that comment at all, and they make the point that as far as they are concerned, no evidence has been placed to the court suggesting that he had attempted to flee in the course of the investigation, or grounding the claim that he's a flight risk. And so they were at pains to understand why the special prosecutor would make the point that he's a flight risk. And so they made that point. That notwithstanding, the court said that, well, the conditions of the bill are as follows. Mustafa Hamid, a former MPSU, and the other 2 accused persons, making the first 3 accused persons, were granted bail in the sum of 2 million cedis with 2 sureties to be justified. And so what it means is that they are supposed to find landed properties worth the amount of 2 million cedis and make it available to the court after it has been valued by the relevant state agencies that carry out that valuation. And that is how come we are still here at the law court complex, because that is where the execution of the bail documents is taking place. And Mustafa Abdul Hamid's legal team, they are working around the clock to get that sorted out. And so that is it by way of that bail conditions in relation to the 3 accused persons. For the other accused persons, the term is the same 2 million cedis, but they have the option of 3 sureties, which is to be justified. And so that is it by way of their terms. Again, all the accused persons, they are supposed to report to the office of the special prosecutor once within a month, with the case adjourned to the 26th of August, where the court said that the hearing for that particular day will take place online. And so that is it by way of the arrangements that have taken place so far. And so we are still waiting here at the law court complex. We expect the legal team for the former MPA boss to be able to conclude the discussions relative to the bill. Then they will come out afterwards.
Right, Joseph, and we know that outside of this case, today appears to be a very busy day in court, a number of issues as well coming up for hearing. Have we got any updates thus far on some of these other matters, or as we speak, it just has to do with the Republic versus Mustafa Hamid? Because we know that there's a Sky Train as well, Professor Meya Kumfi, then there's the Afoko case, then possibly the CJ's judicial review. The court is expected to make some pronouncement on the Attorney General's request to have that review thrown out of the court. Do we have any update on any of these other matters?
Yes, so first let's start with that issue concerning the Sky Train, and we know that with that one, the trial was supposed to commence today. That did not happen because of some of the documents that have been filed by the prosecutors have not been served on the various accused persons, and so the court adjourned the matter. I mean, that also drew some concerns from the judge, and the judge was making the point that they give the prosecutors leeway sometimes, and they expect them to be timeous in terms of the processes and ensure service, just to ensure that the trial is able to take off as is expected to. So what we can report as an update on the Sky Train matter is that the trial is here to take off. With respect to the CJ matter, the judicial review application, you know that she's seeking to halt the
order for when breaking news about every court mesomedi ni nyina brew Ghanatube order for Mombekai Mustafa Hamid si amena okasa no yesi ye dikwedu kese pan bill kese pan 2 million ena ye de abono si amena okasa no Mustafa Hamid ye charge ne 7 others ye charge omo 280 million Ghana cedis extortion and money laundering. See, I mean, no Casania Momo, 2 million bill, 2 million Ghana cedis, and I answer mom 2 sureties account of 4. She say, and some no dear I deja or court, and just OSP Nankasa, Kisia Jabinankasa no copy more court home, and I just say, only a year Mustafa Hamid Moon, almost some lawyers got face upon our court. And the we are saying, yet 2 million Ghana cedis, bill near the abono, ya sanswa manaye, 2 sureties, and out of 4 you say, Bosumu Biano or make sure say, or by report ako aye office of the special prosecutor Bakun, Busumi Biano, uncle, aye Kisia Jabi, OSP in office Bakun, uncle reporting out of 4, when they breaking news about to drive court, concerning suspended Chief Justice, any Sky Train, any Mustafa Hamid. Announcing 280 million Ghana cedis extortion no and 70 mina besi Ghanatube for ha and a medium mina besi makram mina